C1. You are listening at FameTV.info. Zhang Hao was furious that he had come to work in the fields today and found that a part of his land had been taken up. The person who occupied his house was none other than his distant relative, village head Wu Yu. Damn that Wu Yu, how dare he bully his own people. Zhang Hao started to walk towards Wu Yu's house while cursing, hoping to find him for an argument that it was noon and the sun was extremely hot. Wu Yu's house was empty. Zhang Hao spat on the ground, angry. He prepared to find Wu Yu at his home to settle the score. Just as he was about to turn around, he suddenly heard the sound of water splashing nearby. Zhang Hao recalled that there was a small stream beside Wu Yu's field that it was so hot that the dog went to take a bath. Zhang Hao did not hesitate and walked straight towards the stream, pushing the grass aside. Zhang Hao was about to curse, "Wu Yu, you bastard." But before he could finish, he was stunned by the scene in front of him. A naked woman, naked, was standing in the stream. She reached out her hand to pull the water onto her body. This woman's body had curves in all directions, and there was a lot of hair on her lower body. Upon seeing it, Zhang Hao's whole body became hot and dry. That he took a closer look and realized that the woman was Wu Yu's wife, Xiao Mei. Little Mei was famous for being the flower of the village back then. Who knew how many men in the village thought about her? The matchmaker who came to visit the village was about to step over the threshold looking at the famous Xiao Mei bathing in the river. Zhang Hao almost had a nosebleed. His family was poor, so he could not marry his wife. Up until now, a young man in his 20s hadn't even touched a woman's hand. Although Zhang Hao knew it was bad to peek at Xiao Mei taking a bath, how could he bear it? "Wu Yu, you bastard. You took over my house, so I peeked at your wife bathing." As he thought of this, Zhang Hao continued to read with a clear conscience. Xiao Mei was already married. The mature charm emitted from her body made Zhang Hao's blood boil. He really wanted to bathe with her. Just as Zhang Hao was about to step forward to get a closer look, he accidentally stepped on a rock. With a dong sound, the rock slipped and rolled into the stream. Xiao Mei, who was showering, stopped what she was doing and looked over. At this moment, Zhang Hao and Xiao Mei stared at each other. Brilliant. How? Naturally, little Mei was dumbfounded. Today, when she went to work, it was too hot and there was no one around, so she went down to the creek to take a bath. However, she never expected that Zhang Hao would appear here. Sister.in.law, I didn't do it on purpose. Zhang Hao stammered as he explained. The anger he had towards Wu Yu had vanished. That he quickly turned around and ran home. When he returned home, Zhang Hao was immediately on tenterhooks. One had to know that Wu Yu was a tyrant in the village. He had many friends around him, and those who opposed him usually didn't have good results. If Wu Yu knew about him secretly peeking at Xiao Mei bathing, wouldn't he be done for? Zhang Hao no longer had the mood to do farm work. He was lying at home thinking random thoughts. Soon, the sky would turn dark. Just as he was about to get up and go to work, Wu Yu's voice suddenly came from outside the yard. "Brother Hao, are you home?" Hearing this, Zhang Hao's heart skipped a beat. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.